Bro, I was nervous.
You're gonna feel right away. Huh? You're gonna feel right away.
I'm a what?
You're gonna feel it right away.
When his brother came in, I mean, he told me, like, you gonna feel it. I said, what? But I heard what he said, though. I kept asking him, like, what? Like, I was nervous. Like, say I'm knock out people in the gym, say I'm knock out people on the clips. I'm like, what the hell? What? He's not patient. He wasn't patient. If he was more patient, maybe he would have landed some of them shots. He just started rushing.
Talk about what you're feeling in that moment.
Relieved.
Let's get to it. So everybody saw Gloves Off this past Friday, and they saw Tank Davis saying how he was nervous to fight Ryan Garcia. Now, some people taking that and they trying to make it seem like he was afraid of Ryan Garcia. I've seen somebody say, oh, this explains why he put him on a rehydration clause. This explains why he needed Ryan Garcia to be drained. Once again, if Ryan Garcia was drained at 135, that's Ryan Garcia's fault. He the one called Tank Davis up to 135. You ain't never fought at 135 in your life. This different. That's what Ryan Garcia said. And if he was drained, that means he wasn't supposed to be at 135. But we ain't here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about him being nervous. Him being nervous ain't got nothing to do with him being afraid of Ryan Garcia. Those are two different things. He's not afraid of Ryan Garcia, but he was definitely nervous, like he said. That doesn't make him afraid. But a lot of people are getting it mixed up. They think it's him saying that's him being afraid of Ryan Garcia. That's not. Some of your greats were nervous. Some of your greats were scared when they walked to the ring or got in the ring. Take a look at what Mike Tyson said about himself walking to the ring.
When I come out, I have supreme confidence, but I'm scared to death. I'm totally afraid. I'm afraid of everything. I'm afraid of losing. I'm afraid of being humiliated. But I'm totally confident. The closer I get to the ring, the more confidence I get. The closer, more confidence I get. The closer, more confidence I get. All during my training, I've been afraid of this man. I thought this man might be capable of beating me. I've dreamed of him beating me. But I always stayed afraid of him. But the closer I get to the ring, I'm more confident. Once I'm in the ring, I'm a god. No one could beat me.
So you see, and there's just one clip. There's been multiple times of Mike Tyson talking about him being nervous or scared going to that ring, getting ready to fight a certain guy. Or just getting ready to fight in general. You will get nervous. That's just how it goes. And it wasn't just Mike Tyson who said that. I mean, there have been plenty of greats who have talked about being nervous when they're about to fight somebody. Not necessarily scared of the person, just being nervous. Now, in some cases, you do have it where they say that they was actually scared of the person. Take a look at what George Foreman said about Joe Frazier.
Yeah. Were you ever scared of anybody in the ring? Now, be honest.
I remember Joe Frazier. He was the toughest guy I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
Smoking Joe Frazier. My mother watched him fight on television, and he hit a guy so hard the guy turned his back. And I kept thinking, I want to be champ of the world, but I sure hope Joe Frazier died.
Yeah.
It was time to fight Joe Frazier, and I knew if you hit him, he liked it.
Some people are like that, I guess.
If you miss him, he'd get upset, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do? But I had this habit of staring guys down. I look them in the eye to psych them out. And this time, if they dropped their head, I knew I had an advantage, but I was hoping Joe Frazier wouldn't drop his head because my knees were shaking.
Yeah.
I didn't want him to see my knees shaking.
Now, as you guys may know, if you're a real boxing fan, he actually beat Joe Frazier. But according to him, he was afraid. If Joe Frazier would have looked down and saw his knees, he would have saw his knees buckling. That's funny. But he beat Joe Frazier. So when you're nervous or even afraid to fight a certain person, that still doesn't mean that you're going to lose the fight. That still doesn't mean that that person has an advantage over you. If you are a confident person and you are confident in yourself, you can very well be nervous and still go out there and win that fight. Just like Tank Davis did versus Ryan Garcia. Get over it.